Hi everyone. Today I am doing second video of Bentley MicroStation training. So I am using Bentley MicroStation Connect Edition for this. So in previous video, uh, I have discussed the step 1, setting up working space. How to set up working space using these 6 steps. In this video, I am going to step 2, how to draw lines and circles. So here in Bentley MicroStation software, so I have already set up my working space. So you can see my details are here. So here in working space, when I scroll the mouse up and down, I can see dots that are grids. So on grids I can write down. So here in settings I have I have given the design file settings in working units millimeters uh, and active scale 1:1 and the grid is grid master 1, grid reference 10. So that's the basic step I have done. Then as mentioned in the previous section, in here level manager I have defined different levels, so that I can draw hidden lines, visible lines, center lines, dimension lines, or whatever construction line that kind of I have defined. Let's say in hidden line, dash line, likewise. So in annotate, in dimensioning, also I have defined the dimension style also. So we'll quickly go through how to draw lines. So first one is define different levels. So I have already done that in previous video. You can go through that. So the second one is drawing lines. How to draw lines, different lines in Bentley MicroStation. So here in level manager, I have defined different line types. So you can see hidden lines, center lines, visible lines, likewise. So let's say if you have a visible space, so visible line, you can first go to the line. Here in level manager, you can see level, you can choose the level. So if you want to draw a visible line, you can left click on this visible lines and then go to place line, then click on the desired place that you want to position. So if you have the exact dimension, you can get, let's say if I want to position this here, let's say from left corner onwards, after 50 millimeters and above 50 millimeters, I want to place a line. I can draw it by, so first I can remove this line later. First select visible lines, then click on left click on place line, then left click on the corner again. So you can draw a line with any length. So here in X, when I increase in the length, you can see X value is increasing and Y value is here in horizontal plane, Y value is 0, X value I can increase. So here I am increasing, I can give a value to this. So let's say 50. I will give it 50. Then from that I am not clicking on the mouse, I'm just moving the mouse. So at the position that I want to place, I can move the mouse and left click again. So I have created a line with 50 millimeter length. So again I want to create another line with 50 millimeter length. So I'll give y value 50 millimeters. Likewise, I can left click again. So now I have finished. So if I want to place a line with 100 millimeters from here to horizontal plane, so what I can do is give the length. Let's say here I am giving the length x value. I am going to here x value. I am clicking 100. So I have right click again to remove that line. So the lines I have drawn is here. So I am placing another line. So here I want to place a line with 100 millimeters. I am clicking on this, left clicking on this point again. Then I can give x value 100, and place the line from there. Then if I want to discontinue this line and I want to save my work, so I can right click again. So now the line is drawn. If I want to let's say if I want to remove these two lines, bottom two lines, I can go to element selection and select, left click on that element, and left click on this element too. So here it's selecting only one element. If you want to select multiple elements, you can left click on this line, click on control button, and left click on the other line, and then click delete button. So likewise you can delete. Another thing, let's say I am drawing another line again. Place a line. So here to upward, I am doing a line with 50 and placing enter. Left clicking on that, and I'm drawing a line with 100 millimeter, and I'm left clicking on that again and again. So if I want to finish this, I can right click, then it's over. So after that, if I want to delete all the elements, I can go to again left click on this element selection, select all these lines and click delete. If I want to get back those lines, I can use this undo button. So now it's here. If I click on redo, it's not there. Undo, it's there. So likewise, you can draw lines. Drawing circles. Drawing circles is another thing. So first, so what I do is, so let's say if I want to draw a circle, the center point of this rectangle, So here from this ellipse tool, so I can place a circle. So in place a circle, there are several methods: diameter method, center method, edge method. So let's say try the first one, center method. For center method, you should know the center point of this center point and the diameter of this image. So what I do is I am drawing some visible lines. So here I can draw two lines, one center lines. So let's say, yeah, I can draw center lines, not visible lines. So I will choose center lines and place line. Again place line, center line. So now the center point is located. After that I can draw the center circle. So here the center method, I am clicking on left clicking on the center, so that I can give the diameter. So let's say I'll give the diameter of 25 millimeters. So here I can give it 25. 25. I can click on this and give the diameter 25. If or else I can give radius 12.5. So here when I move the mouse there, the center point, the circle is there. If I left click on this, the circle is copied. But if here the circle is in center lines, because I have not chosen the visible lines to draw the so I am erasing it again and choosing the visible line. So I am going to this method, center method, and place in the circle again. So another method is placing the circle diameter method. So let's say I am giving 2 points. Yeah, I am giving only 1 point here, and it will be placed. The third one is edge method. So in edge method, I think yeah, I am removing this radius. Here diameter method. Yeah, I can diameter method. I can give 2 points in the diameter. Let's say I am removing this. So in center method, you should know the center point actually. In diameter method, you should know 2 points in the diameter. Let's say if I want to draw a line in between, draw a circle in between these two parallel lines in the rectangle. I don't have to locate the center point, but I should know know these 2 points only. So first left click on this first point, and secondly left click on this below point. So the circle is drawn. In edge method, it's a different method actually. Say this is the edge. If you give the diameter, let's say if I give the x value 20, so it's a different method. You can try it by yourself. So these two methods are very easy. So I am using these two methods most of the times. Center method and diameter method. The third method is trimming lines. So here, if you want to cut the unnecessary part of your lines, you can use this trim function. Let's say if you want to delete this circular part from here to here and draw a visible line from here to here. So what you can do is this circular part in the larger circle is separated by these two lines. If there are no two, so you can use these two lines to cut this part. So here in your modify function, there is a function called trim multiple. So in trim multiple, you can first left click on these two lines. So here you can go to trim multiple and select the lines. So here if I select this line only, it will, if I click on this, left click on this line will be, this end line will be trimmed. So I don't want to trim this trend line. I want to trim this circular part only. So go to trim multiple again, click control, and then select left click on those two lines. So that you can select the two lines that cut the circular part. So after that you can left click on this circular part again and remove that part. So now it's removed. So I am drawing two visible lines here. So it's not correctly placed. No, correct. Here also it's place a line. So now it's there. If I want to increase the length, I can left click and increase the length of this center line. So now part of this circle is removed. So another example, if I want to remove this uh, mm, remove this section, this are in the rectangle, this half line and half of this line. If I want to remove these two lines and draw a line there, what I can do is, so this line is connecting with, separated with this line or this line. So I can go to trim multiple, select this one and left click on this line. So it is removed. Or else I can use trim multiple, select this line and trim this line. Same thing. So I want to remove half of this line also. So it is connected with, if it is not connected, you can't trim. Let's say I am moving this little bit away. So if I use this trim function and left click on this line and left click on this line, it's also got removed, but sometimes it's not removing. So make sure that your lines are connected with each other. So here, go to trim multiple, select the line that you want to remove from, and then remove the line. It's very easy. So again, I am extending this line. And I want to draw a visible line again here. Here too. So I can go to place a line. So it's not, so I can't see a proper positioning. So auto adjustment. So if you can't see a proper positioning, what you can do is draw a line with more length and then trim that part. So I am trimming the extra, sorry. So I'm selecting this and trimming this line. So I have trimmed the extra part. So I have done the trims. So the next thing is using snaps. So snaps is very important. So here in your drawing aids, there's a portion called snaps. So make sure that you can see the snaps in the home also. It will be easier. Otherwise you have to go to drawing aids again and again and choose snaps. So what I do is right click on this anywhere in snaps and go to here, pin unpin group. There you can see pin to all workflows. So go to there. So from that the to home, the snaps you can see the snaps in home as well as other windows. So snaps can be used to find the points, intersection points. Let's say here, if you select center and choose a place a line, this center point will be can easily see this center point. Here, the center, select a line and then center. So here from a circle you can see that this is the center point. It's different. You can go to here. So here you can go to intersection point. So here intersection point you can see. So if I delete this line, let's say if I delete these two lines and select the center, and so this center point will be selected. So another thing is when you are drawing, make sure that to switch off your grid lock. In design file settings, grid lock, here my grid lock is switched off. So here if I select intersection, all the intersections are highlighted as yellow cross. So I can easily position my and here at the intersection you can't see a cross and end the line. So midpoint, nearest, so we can go to nearest or tangent. So if you choose tangent, it will draw tangent. Let's say I'm selecting accused snap. So here perpendicular snap. So there you can see a direct line. So I'm deleting this line again and this line again. If I want to delete this line, I am deleting this line and drawing another line. So it's a little bit. So I can use the trim function and remove this part. So likewise, you can use different snaps. So another thing is drawing parallel lines. So here next to snaps, there is a thing called move. In manipulate, there is different thing options. So let's say I will delete this symbol, or else I will. So if I want to move some part here, let's say if I want to move this uh, circular part, I can move it. Yeah, I can go to move. Let's say I'm moving from this point to this point, so I can move it to it there like that. Let's say if I want to copy this circular part, I am getting this position. I have left click on this object, and I am moving it to the position that I want to place it, and I am placing. So likewise, you can practice copy function, and here mirror function, stretch, rotate. There is another thing called move parallel. So you can parallelly move any of the line. So let's say I am moving this. If I move that parallelly, there will be another big circle. So distance I can give, whereas I can position it. So I have moved that circle. I have parallelly moved. Let's say I am parallelly moving this line. Let's say I'm moving to here. Likewise, you can do different things. So you can see yellow colored cross marks. They are easy to see, easy to find the different points. So you can use active snaps so function to find those points easily. So that's all for step 2, drawing lines and circle. In steps 3, I am discussing how to draw orthographic projection. So we will discuss it in the next video. Okay, bye.